Greetings and salutations, everyone, and welcome to Let's Play Amnesia, the Dark Says. I'm Kamchak Fisco, and come join me for how we can do it to Let's Play the series that's honestly long overdue. Well, you know what, fuck it, let's go where they wanted us to go. I kind of want to say this for last, but...
You have an ascending room. Will it take us to the inner sanctum?
It will definitely take care of the vertical part of our journey. So, you have ridden an elevator before?
Yes, the Colosseum at Regent's Park has one. It takes you to the gallery where you can view the panorama.
Good. This ride might be a little longer, and in the other direction.
So this is the elevator that we were learning about the parts for before, so this is the place we want to go to last. That actually makes sense. So I do want to go upstairs first. Nice serene music that's a lie, because there's no such thing as safety in this game. So we've got the study and something else over here. Know what you've been up to. Yeah, if she saves them as highlights, which you can actually highlight the entire fucking VOD, then it'll preserve the VOD. I'm pretty sure the time period is only that long. 14 days, but I could be wrong. Well, I'm not opening that drawer. Or that one. Thank you, Rios. See, Mally would have the decency to say something after scaring me. Away with you! Abscond to another region. There we go. Platinum. This time I'm not going to use it if I get fucked up. I'll literally just let myself... Just pull that right out of the fucking shelf. I'll let myself die just to save them for later, because I know I'm going to need them during certain sequences. Looks like you finished off. A likely story, Rios. That sounds like fabricated lies and fish. Never mind, I can't speak.
2nd of July, 1839. I received a letter today from the Algerian governor's office disclosing the fate of Herbert's expedition. About a week after my departure, Abdullah, one of the men traveling with us, returned from the desert. He was badly injured, as if maimed by a lion. The man rambled deliriously about the expedition being attacked by something horrible. The French quickly dispatched a search party to look for the expedition. After searching for days, they found the camp abandoned without any trace of Herbert or his men. Tomorrow, I'll retrieve the things they recovered from Herbert's tent at the customs house. I don't know what to make of it, but I'm worried for him.
No, you don't. You're absolutely right, Consuls. You just have rampant speculation and completely inaccurate lack of facts. Away with you. You're blocking the doorway. Tinderbox. Ah! A shirt! Grab the drawer, man. Grab the, thank you! Yeah, well, you know. Crowbar! Alright, nope.
3rd of July, 1839. Today I picked up Herbert's things at the customs house. I dug through the trove of documents he had carried and found a log detailing the expedition. The nature of this text ranged from quick notes to colourful accounts of transpired events. I skimmed the pages, trying to figure out what might have happened. May 17th, The day I was trapped inside the orb chamber, Herbert dryly states, "Recovered Daniel after 1 hour of entrapment." This confused me greatly. I was suffocating within minutes. How could I have lasted an hour?
The mysterious
I continued
artifact!
reading the peculiar text. Herbert states his facts without judgment or passion, but suddenly I could read frustration into his text. He pushed his men to investigate the underground tomb, an effort which seems to have strained the minds of his men. Madness spread through the ranks, and Herbert had to take some extreme measures to continue. He finally visits the chamber himself, where he retrieves the orb to the surface.
Oh, so we
This
didn't actually
account
grab the orb.
confuses me greatly. If he has the orb, what are those pieces in my drawing room?
That's a damn good question. Go ahead, Russ. Tell us. Regale us with your tale. Barker. Hi, Roach. How you doing? To you too. Door's stuck due to a broken lock. I'm not a repairman. Is this what I need the crowbar for? Find another way to open the closet door in the guest room. I'm assuming this is what the crowbar is for. I swear to God I can English. Hey, man! Hold up! What kind of crowbar snaps in half when it's made out of at least iron?
The key. Please, let it be here.
Important keys hidden in the guest room. He literally just said that. That didn't need to be a memento. Because we got a note, and I'll be hiding in a closet before we read the note. Don't worry about it. Nobody fear, I shall emerge from the closet when I am ready. Consuls, you need an entire church to purge your evil. You need like a congregation of exorcists. Would you kindly fuck off? I got a note to read.
4th of July, 1839. It's done. The orb is assembled. I was awakened by an exhausting nightmare. Shaking and sweating, I retired to the drawing room with a cup of tea. The relic pieces lay spread across the table as I'd left them, but somehow I knew how it was supposed to be. I fetched the tar, which I had prepared to fix the pieces together, and without fault I joined them, producing the orb I remembered so clearly. The tar proved unnecessary. It was pushed out from the joining pieces as they merged on their own, with no adhesive. The ancient stone relic now rests on my table. Its immaculate surface and perfect shape could have been molded by a factory. This is all too strange.
Yeah, I mean, trust me, girls, if it wasn't for TOS, I would go on rants about the stupid of a certain political faction. I do, on other people's channels, which is kind of fucked up. I shouldn't do it there either. I don't go full bore. There are some things even I won't discuss just because... Whoo! Yeah! Oh, man. everybody on Twitch, read when I transition. I'm not going to remember to look every time, especially if I'm in the middle of discussing something. Alright, I didn't go to the other upstairs door. I should probably put oil on that damn thing already. Screaming monster in the background. Good, good, good. Things are normal.
There's nothing left. Everything is gone.
Okay. Letter regarding the discovery of an orb. To my most trusted student and friend, Johann Weyer. The most remarkable thing happened as I was traveling through the Prussian woods this summer. I finally found one of those orbs I've been looking for the last 20-odd years. It is inexplicable as the Heliodromus described in the Hortus Conclusus. Interesting word. These have got to be Latin words. It was as it was told about, in the underground Mithriac temple crowned with an unearthly artifact. Mithriac I don't know if that's an actual thing. I think that's fictitious to this universe. The orb was big enough to fill my cupped hands, and the texture was smooth and jagged. Its color washed while rich. The contrast not enough to describe its nature. It was an impossibility, an artificial paradox captured within stone. I was staying near a village called Aldstadt. Again, this must be the village on the outskirts of this castle. Well, yeah, it would be, because it said Brennenburg is here, and we're in Brennenburg Castle. Duh, I'm stupid, never mind. Investigations into one of the antiquated trails. When I finally found the cavern, I went inside and suddenly I could verify the truth of these enigmatic artifacts. They were real. As you can understand, this is the most important discovery of my life, but it also became my greatest fear. As I entered the underground chamber, I could feel I was trespassing. Because of my curiosity, I did my best to fight these instincts and fetch the orb from its place. I scrambled out of the chamber and into the woods. I could sense something following me, and it bayed loudly as it closed in. The beast, this guardian of the orb, was relentless in its pursuit. I made my way to the nearby ravine, where I stumbled upon some men fishing in the lake. I tried to warn them as I passed, but fortunately they remained as I continued to my escape. When I heard the cry of pain echo through the valley, I felt such a tremendous sense of relief, thinking I would be spared. Suddenly a blue shimmering light engulfed me, and the colors of the forest were washed away before my eyes. I kept running through the bleak surroundings. The trees had turned charcoal black, with leaves of cinder, and the ground covered by murky water. I can't read. The ground covered in murky water. I pressed on through the drenched land as the glowing ember gave way to the rising wind and rained on me. I could hear pleading screams in the distance, and I joined in as pain and fear overtook me. I fell to the ground, gasping for air, which our character has actually done several times. This certainly must sound strange, but I have been carried miles away across the Alps to a grassy field outside Genoa. The guardian has taken the orb from me, but still until this day I fear its return. Sometimes I lay awake at night listening for a howling cry I heard in the forest. It's been nearly a decade since that day, and I still haven't been able to write about the incident. The last time we spoke to you about your interest in the ongoing research into the mythical orbs, I realized I owe you the truth about my visit to Aldstadt. Your friend and mentor, Heinrich Cornelius Agrippa. So Agrippa had gotten his hands on an orb and was being chased by the darkness. And we see the darkness now coming for us. So it's a protector of the orbs. Or tied to them in some fashion. Was so fixated on the note and the theorizing. That's where I came from, so we gotta be going this way. That's what we call a red flag. Or a red herring, depending on, if you're writing a novel or not. So this is a taxidermy room, clearly. That doesn't quite sound like a dog.
Let's see what you have to offer. What a mess. I should have sharpened the saw, but I can sense it. It's definitely there.
Okay. And I'll get right on that, Fearless. I wanted to throw the book at the mannequin. Oh well. Hi. A note under the book, a rotten fruit, a dong, a chair that's in my way. Away with you! A chair in my way. Ah! Okay, we're fine. I'm sorry, was that supposed to be far more frightening? Holy fuck, I have 29 tinderboxes. I don't know why my reaction to that was rocking back and forth, but it was. Thank you for the bits, Rios. I mean, I get you, Virulence. I've had those days where you just can't fucking sleep because you're just not tired. Anatomy Frontiers. I almost said Anatomy. 1658, January 9th. Wait, if he was here for 300 years, and it's 60 something, that would go all the way back to 1500. Yeah, so okay, this was during his lifetime. Or presence, I should say. Further disappointment. The antiquarian... yeah, I said that right. The antiquarian's latest findings yielded nothing. I am still unable to grasp the inner workings of life and its relation to the power I sense within it. I shall pursue more books on the subject, but I suspect it will be in vain. Since no research has been made in my particular interest, I must attempt to fill that void myself. Clearly, humans emanate more of the energy I seek, but I hope animals will suffice as they prove less of a hassle to acquire. See, again, this whole makes it sound like not human. I'm just saying. I mean, in the end, aren't we the family we choose, not the family we're tied to? That's how I see it. Yeah, I figured you kind of went quiet for no reason. Sorry, I felt the overwhelming urge to smash the hell out of the candelabra. Or the chandelier. Whatever the fuck that thing is. I guess he's not going to read it, so I will. Yeah, I mean, this is a Cthulhu-esque game, so you're not wrong. Animal Experiments. Canis Lupus Familiaris, 1658, April 12th. After a short study, it is clear that the agitation found among humans can be found in the dog. I guess that's what he's calling the essence he's trying to extract? What are these? The fucking, Skexis? Fear and pain induce stress, which seems to trigger an endogenous response. Endogenous. I swear I can read. Causing the animal to burst with energy. I believe that I believe that the catalyst is produced in the brain. It is difficult to determine exactly where and what it is, but I can sense it. It reeks of cosmogenesis. There's an inherent problem in harvesting this energy, since the creature is bound to die from the exercise. I must refine this process of torture to enable any real work to be done. You have to torture them to get their ass, that's fucked. More experiments must be performed, but it seems that only human beings are able to produce the amount necessary. It might be their ability to appreciate the severity of the process that ultimately augments their experience of terror. Okay, he's insane. Like Pavlov, but a mind flayer. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. That would be an accurate description. Cracked window panes are held together only by a weakened wooden frame. Oh, so you mean if I were to do something like, oh, I don't know, this, we might have a problem with the window! And somehow oil fell out of the window. grab the tinderbox. Okay, so before I go out the window, because clearly it wants us to, I'm going to finish exploring the hall. Well, yeah, that would be why we're going through the window. That makes sense. Okay, so let's start with a typical... Ah! I had to, I'm sorry. Tread carefully. Nonsense, I was attempting to fly. Let's get a little too serious up in this bitch. My personal thanks to each and every one of you for tuning in. You all are awesome viewers. Really appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. It means a lot to me, and I do hope you enjoy it. You all take care of yourselves. If you want to see more of me, come to the video on the list, or stay tuned for more. Feel free to leave a comment below, and please remember to click that like button if you enjoyed the video. In the meantime, fare thee well, everyone.